I think so.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and this is Total Chaos NHL edition. We're going to go through 5 hockey games that happen on Thursday, December the 30th. And with me today, I've got 2 NHL handicappers, Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. How's it going, friend?
Fantastic up here in Canada. Freezing, but yeah, doing good, Ellie.
Same. Detroit, Lenny, it's freezing down here in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a hoodie on. I got my new beanie on. I got my new. I mean, I do have shorts on. I will say that, but but I'm freezing. I mean, it's like 50 degrees outside. I didn't move from Michigan to Vegas for this kind of crap. I'm telling you right now. Yeah.
At least
the other day it was warmer in Michigan than it was in Vegas. And and I must have got 5 phone calls from different family members. Let me know.
Yeah. Guess what?
I'm like, well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right. So let's get this party started. We've got some games to talk about. Everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Also, don't forget, we now have a new sponsor, Caesars Sportsbook. All right. So if you check out the description of this video, you'll find a link that will link you to a promo where Caesars will match your first bet on their site up to $1,001, win, lose, or draw. We'll definitely check that out in the description of this video. All right, so let's get this party started. We're talking Montreal Canadiens at the Carolina Hurricanes. 5.5 is the number. Lenny, what are you thinking?
You know, COVID's running through the NHL probably more than more sports, the most out of any of the 4 major sports, in my opinion. And it's hit Montreal, it's hit Carolina, it's hit both teams. But Montreal is just a bad team in general. They were bad before COVID. They'll be bad after COVID. It is what it is. So that being said, I think Carolina. What I'm trying to say is Carolina can score, but I don't think Montreal is going to do a whole lot here. So even though this number is at 5.5, even after yesterday's games with 8s and 7s and 6s and 5s and 9s. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm gonna go under on this one. And I just think yesterday was maybe just a fluke for those teams that played those 3 games or whatever. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go under on this one.
I had an under 8.5 and it did not cash yesterday. Wow. Yeah, Nick Parsons, what are you thinking?
Well, that must have been the Montreal and Tampa game there, which was decided in overtime, and Tampa won 5-4. I mean, Montreal did get a bunch of goals there, but I am definitely in the same car as Lenny here. Yeah, Carolina, it can score, but it can also defend. It only allows 2.14 goals per game. That is first in the NHL. Montreal is, I think, the worst goals scored this year. So, yeah, I don't expect a lot of goals here. Carolina doesn't need to run up the score to win this game. I'm going under as well.
All right, so we agree. When we agree, those are the money makers on the show. See if we can get another one. Buffalo Sabres are at the New York Islanders. This is going to be fun in the Earl household. The total is 5.5. What do you got on this one, Nick Parsons?
Well, the Sabres come into this one having seen the total go under in 7 straight. So, yeah, Buffalo will be is playing New Jersey tonight. So, as of recording this is Wednesday night. So, yeah, and then the Islanders, they saw their last game go over. They lost 4-3 in a shootout to Vegas. But previous to that, they'd seen the total go under in 2 straight. The Islanders only averaged 2.19 goals per game. With Buffalo coming off the game on the Wednesday night, I just think fatigue will be a factor. I'm going under.
All right. Yeah, I've got that Buffalo game tonight going over the 5.5. What do you think, Detroit, Lenny?
I like the under as well here, under 5.5 here for the exact same reasons. I think with the Islanders having trouble scoring, they only score about 2.19 goals, 2.1 goals a game. They're playing on that back-to-back, or the Sabres are playing on the back-to-back. I just think this is going to be a scrappy game. It's going to be played in the corners. There's going to be a lot of checking. There might even be a couple fights if we get lucky, something like that. I mean, it's going to be a scrappy game. So I think in those scrappy games, even though both teams allow some goals, I just don't think we're going to get a whole lot of that. So I'm going to go under.
All right, we agree again. What about Calgary Flames at the Seattle Kraken? 5.5 is there, Lenny.
This Kraken team is going to be the death of my bankroll. Because it seems like I bet against them and it's the time they cover. And I bet with them and it's the time they just fall apart. So me and them are not on speaking terms right now. They are not allowed in my pending bet section on my app. They are just not allowed. We are not on speaking terms. We don't talk. The Calgary Flames can score. And the Kraken let in goals. I know this is at 5.5. I'm going to go over on this one, though. I just think the Flames are going to get theirs. I'm thinking they're going to get 4, and maybe like a 4-2 or maybe even a 5-2 type game. But I think the Flames are just going to light them up.
Light them up. Nick, do you see a lighten up happening?
Well, I think this could be possibly the only one that Lenny and I disagree on here. Now, Seattle, it does have a game tonight as well on Wednesday night here. It's at home against Philly. So fatigue's going to be a little bit of a factor. Now, Lenny did bring up some really good points about Calgary here. Of course, they've been red hot. They are coming. I guess that's not true. They come into this one having lost 4 straight after a long stretch of domination there. But they can put the puck in the net. They average over 3 goals per game. That's in the top third in the league. But they're also one of the best defensively. They only allow 2.21 goals per game. That's second in the league. So, as I say, this could possibly be the only one we disagree on, but I'm going under in this one.
All right. Well, speaking of those Flyers, that's our next game. Philly is at the San Jose Sharks. 6.5 on that one. Nick Parsons.
Yeah, well, I guess they're not expecting a lot of defense played here. This is one of the higher numbers of the season. I don't think there have been any 7s or anything. So 6.5, I think, would be the highest number that they've posted in any game this year. Yeah, I would say for good reason, though, that these two teams, San Jose's coming off an 8-7 shootout win over Arizona in its last game. Philly's off a 4-3 OT win over Ottawa in its last game. Now, Philly, it does have the game in Seattle tonight, but you can't take the foot off the gas here, especially with San Jose pushing the pace. So I'm going to go over in this one.
Over we go. Lenny, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I went back and forth about this game, and I just think it's going to go over. I'll be honest with you, I could give you some random crap. I could, but really what Nick just said, that's exactly what I feel. I mean, Flyers have won 4 out of their last 5. It's hard to really, we talked about this on Game Time Decision earlier show, like momentum. It's just all dead right now for the NHL. So it's kind of hard to judge with COVID and stuff like that. So yes, the Flyers have won the last 4 out of their 5 games. Sharks have lost 3 out of their last 5 games, but both teams give up right around 3 goals a game. So I think this game's very evenly matched type game. To be honest with you, I think it's going to end up, I'm looking for overtime in this game. And if it goes into overtime, I'm going to go over.
Boom.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Okay, last one for the round. We're talking Vancouver Canucks at the LA Kings. 5.5. Lenny, what do you say?
Oh, I really want to see how the Kings play before I give you this pick, but I can't do that. I don't look. They played yesterday against the. We're filming this on Wednesday. They played yesterday, Tuesday, against the Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, thank you. And it was 6-3. They lost. They did have some garbage goal kind of thing at the end there, so I don't know if they can get theirs. Vancouver's pretty banged up too as far as COVID goes, so. 5.5 though, I'm going over. I'm just going over in this. I'm going to take a page out of yesterday's book with all these overs in this particular game. And it's in LA, so I think that's going to hurt Vancouver maybe a little bit and help LA a little bit in that sense. So I'm going over. I don't know.
Yeah, that garbage goal is the one that pushed my 8.5 over. Bastards. All right, Nick Parsons, what do you got?
Yeah, this is a difficult one, as Lenny pointed out. Vancouver is actually in Anaheim on Wednesday night, and so it'll be playing the second game of a back-to-back here as well. But yeah, Vancouver is one of the hottest teams in the league. it comes in. It's won 6 straight is when it comes into that game against the Ducks. And so it doesn't have too far to go over to Los Angeles here. LA's coming off, the 6-3 loss to Vegas there. I'm gonna roll with Lenny here as well. I think this one will be a wide open affair. This one goes over.
Beautiful. All right, so that was a really, oh crap, hold on, let me fix something.
Oh, sugar balls.
Sugar balls. Okay, there it is. Boom and boom. Okay. All right, so let's do a little bit of recapping here. Again, these are games for Thursday, December the 30th. If you're looking for me, you can find me at Plus Money Honey on the Twitter. If you're looking for Detroit Lenny, find him at Detroit_Lenny. And if you're looking for Nick Parsons, he is at the Insiders Room. And if you're looking for Nick Parsons premium plays, you're going to find them over at picksandparlays.net. Use the promo code BOWL, BOWL, and save yourself 20% off of all of Nick's best picks. What do you have lined up over at Picks and Parlays, Nick?
Well, we're talking about bowls. You got to use that bowl package or word there to get a rebate. And let's talk about the bowls. We've got out to a 70% start with our bowl picks. We're going to be hammering a bunch of bowl plays all the way up to January 1st there and beyond to the championship game. So, check out the Insiders Room over at picksandparlays.net.
Yes, the Insiders Room is what you're looking for. And don't forget, pop in that promo code BOWL. All right. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and check out the descriptions of this video. Get the link for Caesars Sportsbook and come on board with Caesars Sportsbook. They've got a killer promo. They'll match your first bet up to $1,001. Win, lose, or draw for all new accounts. So definitely want to check that out. We're all about that value. Just all
Absolutely,
about that value.
Sure.
Okay, so Canadiens at the Hurricanes, 5.5. They both agree it's going under. Remember, agreements, consensus picks are the money makers on Total Chaos. We have Buffalo Sabres at the New York Islanders, 5.5, and they say that's going under. We agree again. The Flames are at the Kraken, 5.5. We disagree. Lenny is taking it over. Nick is taking it under. Flyers are at the Sharks, 6.5. Nick is going over, and so is Lenny. And we agree again, Canucks at the Kings, 5.5 is going over the total. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. Great analysis out of both of you, as always. And like I say, may the best capper win.
Thanks, Ellie. Later,
Good
Lenny.
luck.